142 rate. That's how fast this motorcyclist was tearing down the highway, running from the cops. But one officer had a jaw-dropping move up his sleeve that brought this chase to a sudden end. You won't believe what happened next. Watch as we break down the split-second decision that changed everything. This isn't your average police pursuit. It's a masterclass in thinking outside the box when lives are on the line. From the high-speed chase to the shocking aftermath, we'll show you how this officer's quick thinking led to an unexpected twist no one saw coming. Picture this: a quiet Arkansas highway on a crisp November morning in 2023. The sun's just peeking over the horizon, casting long shadows across the asphalt. Everything seems normal until, bam! An Arkansas state trooper spots a motorcycle weaving through traffic like it owns the road. The bike's darting between cars, cutting off trucks, and generally acting like the rules of the road don't apply. Our trooper knows this reckless riding is a disaster waiting to happen. He flips on those red and blue lights, cranks up the siren, and prepares to have a chat with our two-wheeled daredevil. But instead of pulling over, our mystery rider twists that throttle and takes off. Now we've got ourselves a full-blown chase. The trooper's speedometer climbs like it's trying to reach orbit. 100 milliliters, 120 milliliters, 130 milliliters. The smell of burning rubber fills the air as the bike screams down the highway, its engine roaring like an angry beast. At these speeds, the margin for error is thinner than a razor's edge. One wrong move could send that bike into a cartwheel. A slight miscalculation on a turn? Hello, guardrail. And let's not forget about the innocent bystanders. Soccer moms in minivans, truckers hauling cross-country loads, even little old ladies out for their Sunday drive. They're all potential casualties if this chase goes sideways. Our trooper's giving it all he's got, but that bike's got some serious juice. It's zipping through traffic like a greased pig at a county fair. Just when it looks like our lone officer might lose the trail, reinforcements arrive. Officer number 2 joins the scene, fresh and ready to rumble. This second trooper's got a plan brewing. You can almost see the gears turning in his head as he races to catch up. As the chase hits the 15-minute mark, we're coming up on a critical moment. There's a fork in the road ahead, and our biker's got a split-second decision to make. Left or right? Each choice leads to a different set of challenges, a different potential endgame. The motorcycle leans hard, committing to its path. And just like that, our story takes an unexpected turn. But this isn't the end. It's just the beginning of a coordinated effort that's about to unfold. With 2 troopers now in hot pursuit, the stakes are higher than ever. Will their combined strategy be enough to bring this high-speed drama to a close? Or will our daredevil rider continue to evade justice? Get ready, folks, because what happens next is going to leave you shaking your head in disbelief. Just when you thought this chase couldn't get any crazier, it's about to kick into overdrive. Remember that second officer we mentioned? Well, he's not alone anymore. A third cop has joined the party, and these guys have a plan that's about to change everything. How do you outfox a biker who's pushing 142 mph? We're about to find out. Picture this: 3 police cruisers and 1 lone motorcycle tearing up the highway. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse with way more horsepower. The suspect is hitting speeds that make everything else on the road look frozen in time. 142 mph, folks. That's fast enough to make your head spin. But these officers aren't just chasing blindly. They're thinking on their feet, planning moves like grandmasters in a chess game. The first officer is still hot on the biker's tail, but officers 2 and 3? They're up to something sneaky. Officer number 2 is taking a completely different route. He's not even on the same highway as the suspect. It's a bold move, but will it pay off? Officer number 3 has joined the chase right behind the first cruiser, adding another layer to this wild pursuit. Now let's talk strategy. Typically, police chases involve a lead car and backup units following closely. But these officers are playing a different game. They're using their radios to coordinate, predicting where this speed demon on 2 wheels is headed next. It's all about positioning and split-second decisions. One wrong move, and their suspect could slip away like smoke in the wind. As the chase unfolds, the highway's coming up to a split. This is where things get really interesting. Our biker's got a choice to make, and it's a big one. Does he keep going east on I-40, or does he take that exit south onto I-430? The tension's building. The officers are on high alert, ready to react. Their radios crackle with quick updates and commands. And then, in a split second, it happens. The biker makes his move. He's heading south on I-430. But wait a minute. Isn't that exactly where officer number 2 was headed? It's like the biker just rode right into their trap without even realizing it. The officer's plan is coming together, their coordination paying off in real time. As the pieces start falling into place, we're about to see a move that'll change everything. These officers have been working together from the start, each playing a crucial role in this high-speed chess match. Will they finally be able to stop this two-wheeled tornado, or is the biker going to slip through their fingers? But the officer's plan is about to take a turn that no one saw coming. What happens next will leave you speechless. All right, folks, we're about to witness a police tactic so rare and risky, it'll make your jaw drop. Remember that quiet second officer? He's about to pull a stunt that'll end this chase in seconds. The biker's tearing down I-430 south, thinking he's left the cops in his dust. But he couldn't be more wrong. Officer 2 has been waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As the motorcyclist races towards him, he sees his chance. Here's the kicker, he's on the opposite side of the highway. There's a whole median between him and our two-wheeled speed demon. Now, most cops would stay put and wait for backup, but not this guy. He makes a split-second decision that's pure adrenaline. It's like defusing a bomb while riding a roller coaster. One wrong move, and it's game over. He guns it, aiming straight for the median. The cruiser bounces and rattles as it crosses the grassy divide. Suddenly, our officer is facing the wrong way on the highway. Cars swerve left and right, trying to avoid this cop who seems to have lost his mind. But he's laser-focused on one thing: stopping that bike. As the biker comes screaming down the road, he realizes he's got a big problem. There's a cop car staring him down, headlights blazing. It's a high-stakes game of chicken, with everything on the line. The motorcyclist has to make a choice fast. He's coming in hot at over 100 miles per hour. Does he try to swerve, lay the bike down, or play chicken to the bitter end? In a heart-stopping moment, the biker swerves. He's off the road, the bike goes down, and just like that, the chase is over. 15 minutes of high-octane pursuit ends with one wild move from a cop who decided to play by his own rules. But was this move legal? Was it smart? Let's break it down. Experts say this tactic of crossing the median to create a blockade is rarely seen, and for good reason. It's a high-risk maneuver that puts the officer in a potentially dangerous situation. Facing oncoming traffic isn't exactly in the police handbook. The legality of such maneuvers can vary depending on department policies. Officers have to consider the immediate need to apprehend a suspect versus the potential dangers of their actions. It's a tough call when you've got seconds to think and a motorcycle zooming towards you at triple-digit speeds. In this case, it paid off. The motorcyclist slowed down significantly, bringing the wild ride to a screeching halt. But the consequences could have been severe. We're talking potential accidents involving innocent drivers, not to mention the risk to the officer himself. The successful use of this tactic highlights the importance of quick thinking in high-pressure situations faced by law enforcement. Sometimes, you've got to think outside the box to get the job done. But as experts remind us, with great risk comes great responsibility. Just when you thought this wild ride was over, we've got a twist that'll make your jaw drop. Our mystery biker's in cuffs, but the real story's just getting started. Let's see what's really going on here. Who's this speed demon that had the cops chasing their tails? Turns out, he's no hardened criminal. Clean record, no priors. But here's where it gets weird. In his backpack, a blue pistol with an extra magazine. Now, you might be thinking this guy's bad news, but hold on. Why was a law-abiding citizen packing heat and running from the cops? His answer? That was stupid. I shouldn't have put y'all through that. Talk about an understatement. This guy just led the cops on a heart-pounding chase, and now he's calling it stupid? You bet it was. But let's break down what this moment of madness is going to cost him. The charges are piling up faster than the miles on his speedometer. One felony and a bunch of misdemeanors, improper lane changes, no turn signals, driving without tags or insurance. It's like he was playing traffic violation bingo and trying to hit every square. But there's more. This wasn't his first rodeo. Officers had spotted the same rider tearing up the streets days before. They tried to stop him then, but he was too quick. Looks like our mystery man had a serious need for speed that just wouldn't quit. Now, picture the officers scratching their heads. They've got a guy with no record carrying a gun who's been playing fast and furious on the highways for days. It doesn't add up. Why would someone risk it all for a few minutes of high-octane thrills? Sometimes there's no clear answer, just a series of bad choices that spiral out of control. Maybe it was the rush of outrunning the cops before. Maybe he thought he was invincible. Or maybe he never considered the consequences until he was staring at them through the bars of a police cruiser. For the officers, it's a reminder that danger can come from unexpected places. For our rider, it's a harsh wake-up call. His future's now hanging in the balance, all because of a few reckless decisions. As the dust settles on this Arkansas adventure, we're left wondering how often these seemingly ordinary folks turn into high-speed outlaws. It's a perfect example of how a split-second choice can change everything. Our mystery rider went from law-abiding citizen to facing serious charges in the blink of an eye. Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to it, just a series of bad decisions that snowball into a mess bigger than anyone could have imagined. In the end, this wild chase came to a stop thanks to one officer's gutsy move. But let's be real, they caught the suspect, but at what cost? This pursuit had more twists than a blockbuster movie, and it could have ended much worse. There's a fine line between catching bad guys and keeping everyone safe. Sometimes, the smartest choice is backing off to chase another day. When those flashing lights appear, just pull over. You don't want to star in the next viral police chase video. What do you think about high-risk police tactics? Are they worth it or too dangerous? Share your thoughts below. Remember, keep the thrills on the racetrack, not the highway.